Hey guys, Jack here, and today I wanted to share with you some tips and tricks that we use all the time in competitive 5-on-5 Battlefield 4. Some of this stuff you may actually find useful and you can use in public matches to improve your game, your positioning, etc. But there's also stuff I'm going to talk about that you might just find interesting and may never actually use. But I wanted to show you anyway, so let's get to it then. I'm going to start with a couple of map specific tips, beginning with Operation Locker Domination, one of the most popular maps in Battlefield 4. Let's say you have the C flag and are trying to push back inside to cap A, but the enemy is set up and have a couple of nice head glitch positions to shoot you from. Instead of just repeatedly dying and wasting tickets, why not try this instead? Climb up the rocks here and go over the top into the out of bounds area. You should be able to see where you're going just about, and when you hit the railing, vault over the top and run straight to the wall. Now you're back in the playing space, but there's a wall in the way. No problem, shoot the explosive barrels to the left here and burst through. This acts as a great flanking route that a lot of people don't know exists on Operation Locker Domination. You can also use the newly destroyed wall as cover in a nice defensive position. At the C flag on Locker, climb up this slope here and jump onto the fan unit. Turn right and you'll be able to run up the ledge and onto a rock. Pop a medkit down here and you have a massively advantageous position over anyone running out of the mid connector to try and cap the C flag. And how about you want to take B from the other side of the outside lane, but there's someone spotting the main entrance from the stairs head glitch. They're actually pretty hard to kill when they're in that position. Try this instead and surprise them. If you jump up a couple of times onto the rocks here, you can actually see that position through the rubble. This is going to allow you to get the height advantage and land a headshot on that guy. It's way more effective than just running in through the main entrance. From his perspective, you're almost completely covered and very hard to see unless you've already been spotted. On the flip side, if you want to defend the C flag from people running outside, this position here is great. You can get a clear view of their entire body and you're very hard to spot from the other side. Another great spot to defend the C flag from is here behind this snow mound. It gives you great cover, clear line of sight to people running out of mid connector, and you can also peek over to see if anyone's pushing from B side snow lane. On the A side of snow lane, jumping up onto the back rocks is a great defensive spot. Not many players are going to check up here as they run out towards the C flag. Moving on to Dawnbreaker, there's all sorts of little spots and tricks you can do on this map to gain an advantage. This set grenade is perfect if you're attacking the B flag from A side concrete. As an example, say you know that there's an enemy or two on the B flag, they're head glitching, they're really hard to hit. Get behind the sandbags here and aim an M67 grenade along the neon light around the 6th row of windows up from the bottom. Now because it's a timed grenade and it's thrown high, it's going to bounce off the pillar and explode almost on impact, killing anyone behind those crates. It's an absolutely devastating grenade that you should practice and put to good use. Also on the B flag, for some reason, you can't shoot through these stairs from the front. Bad guys behind them are completely invincible from this direction. If you want to kill someone here, you'll have to either flank them on the left or the right, or get a well placed grenade in there behind the stairs. And if you've played a lot of Dawnbreaker, you'll probably know that the platform is one of the key areas of the map to control. And because of the height of the barriers up there, it's a perfect head glitching spot. Taking the platform back from the enemy team can be pretty challenging, especially if you've got to use the stairs. Instead, a nice trick is to climb up these boxes here and then over the barrier. Enemy players won't expect it, especially if they're shooting towards the B flag. Additionally, for the platform, if you try and take it from this direction and come in contact with an enemy, instead of running head on into a 1v1 that you're probably going to lose, you can actually hop onto the rail here and go around them. Most players are definitely not going to expect a move like that, and it opens them up for a flank in an otherwise strong position. One last tip for Dawnbreaker, say there's an enemy at concrete defending the B flag and you're attacking from C side. If you run up the stairs like this, you're going to get killed every time. A better way of doing this, where you can get an angle on this guy without him spotting you, is to do this. Climb up the box here, onto the crate and then run along the wall. If you do this right, he won't be able to spot you. And now, you're in a counter head glitch position with a slight height advantage and you're going to be able to take that player out. Next, Goldmud Railway. Say there's a couple of enemies in the C building dominating the flag and you can't get in there. It's going to be pretty hard fighting your way up 2 flights of stairs through the main entrance. A better way of taking back the C building is to go from above. So how do you do that then? Well, you run up to the roof of the building next to it and then jump onto the window ledge here. If you miss the ledge, you'll fall off. If you get it right, this will give you the element of surprise and will leave the enemy scratching their heads as to how you actually got there. You can also jump across to the other building in a similar fashion. Remember, aim for the window ledges and you should be good. The school building next to the B flag is a very important building to control, And again, if you've lost it, it's hard to fight your way back up to the top from the main entrance. A cheeky little jump you can do is going to allow you to skip the first set of stairs and get the drop on your enemies. Jump from this building here onto the wall, and then onto the small square, and finally onto the ledge. Look at that, into the building from a position that they never expected you from. This is a nice little set nade that gets rid of people behind the yellow box on the B flag, a very popular position to hold from. Come into the school building and up to the top floor. Line the top of the stairs up almost with the bottom of the last X on the pylon and aim just above the middle. Don't move as you're throwing the grenade, and it should explode almost as soon as it hits the ground behind the yellow crate. That's easy kills right there. You didn't even need to peek and expose yourself to danger. Lovely. Finally, a little tip for Lankang down before we start talking about spawn tricks. Retaking the A flag is a bit tough, but there's a really nice position you can reach that overlooks the entire flag and provides you with plenty of cover. Climb up the ladder here, and when you're almost at the top, press movement left, movement forward, jump, and then swipe your mouse or analog stick to the left. If you do this right, you'll end up on this ledge here. It's a very advantageous position. You're super hard to spot.
ァーストエイドならあるぞ。ファーストエイドだ、持っていけよ。
東に敵のマシンガン兵を発見した。ほら、医療キットだ、受け取れ。デルタを手に入れた。東の方角、敵の対戦車兵を確認した。
一枚な。ファーストエイド
で敵マシンガン兵を捕捉した。
ありがとう。
メディックだ。
ファーストエイドだ。悪い。
敵スナイパーを発見。
ほら、弾だ。ファーストエイドがある。使え。ファーストエイドだ。持っていけよ。 な。